Hello! So this is the town square speed build. It's just a basic town square, literally very little terraforming. There's no terraforming of the actual town square, just terraforming around it. First things first, Isabel told me I had a villager in the campsite. Check it out, and it's Leonardo. Leonardo. I don't know him, don't know if he's a jock, never heard of him, never seen him before in my life. I kind of like him, but not enough for him to be on my island, so I ignored him. And then we get into the speed build. So this is me trying to make a path go from diagonal to up. Now you would think, the path was made specifically so you could put it in any direction, you know what I mean? And for some reason I couldn't. Now I say I couldn't, I definitely could, and I did, but it just didn't look how I expected it to look. So I basically changed it 3 times. So that's what I settle on, but I changed it 3 times before I settle on doing what I did. I even moved the lamp just to make sure. So I'm gonna do this for maybe 3 minutes. So while I'm doing that, let me talk about the Squid Game. I'm not gonna spoil it because I don't know who finished it and who didn't. Don't want any spoilers, but I did finish the Squid Game. I finished it a while ago. And this is something that everybody knows. They fight for billions of dollars. In America, it was $38.6 million. They not fight, they play games to win that much money. And everyone knows this as well. If you lose in the game, you die. There's no other option. You don't go home. You don't get put in prison. You die. So I just have one thing to say about it. Really just one thing to talk about. So going into Squid Game, I was like, oh, okay. So it's a one man for himself thing, right? It's a dead or alive thing. But while watching the Squid Game, if you start watching the Squid Game, you'll notice this. People talk about leaving together. Like, oh, when we get out of here, we can do this with the money and that with the money. And then obviously they can't leave together, so that pissed me off. My emotions felt played with. I finished it a few days ago. I just wanted to mention it. I was gonna make a TikTok about it, but I feel so awkward making TikToks. Like, I could post something on Snapchat, but I feel awkward making a TikTok for a TikTok. Anyway, this is me putting fancy stone on my town square. Obviously, I don't even know how far I want it to go out. I don't know how big I want it to be. I just know that there's going to be a town square in front of the resident services. And then I'm thinking about changing my decision. So you'll see later so I feel like the town square needs a centerpiece. You know what I mean? If it doesn't have a centerpiece, it has to be symmetrical. This can't be symmetrical because the left side where the cliffs are already ruined it. So I needed a centerpiece, and I feel like I'm going to change my centerpiece. I feel like my centerpiece is too big. I might need something smaller for the town square for people to gather. I don't know. Maybe more benches too, because this is where I want people to gather and sit and shit like that. Oh, I decided I was going to cuss less, but I swear a lot naturally. Like when I talk to myself, which I am right now, I swear a lot, and I don't know where I got it. Well, I'm lying. My mother cusses a lot, so that's where I got it from. But I was watching a lot of Corey Kenshin videos recently. And not only does he not swear, he also censors when video game characters swear. And I think that's really cute. So I would like to swear less. I'm sure he does it for monetization purposes. I just feel like my last video, I said fuck every other word. So I just want to stop that, as well as stop saying but if I don't say it's going to be an awkward silence. Here's me trying to figure out what to do with the stone. Coco gets in my way, obviously. They always do when I'm trying to do something. I kind of pushed her around a little bit. Don't know if you've seen that. Oh, that nursery cedar tree over there, that was an accident. I thought I had a full cedar tree. I didn't read it. I just seen a cedar tree. So I put that down by mistake. I got a real cedar trees, a full adult cedar trees to put down to see what that looks like. And I kind of wanted my town square to be bigger, but it couldn't go any bigger because the little path was right there. I didn't really want to move the path because I didn't want a diagonal entrance into the town square. I thought that would be weird. Is this really a town square? What would this area be called? It's not necessarily a town square to me, but I don't know what else you would call it. Similar to resident services, I want the right under resident services, the town square to be where they gather. So I would call it the town square. I don't know if there would be another name for it. Okay, so here's me trying to kind of block off a shortcut from the path to the beach, I guess. I later changed my mind, not later, like 10 seconds. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But if I did finish that cliff, the only way to get to the town square would be to go through the resident services plaza. And I decided that I didn't want to have to do that every time. So it was more of a convenience for me thing to not have to cut through there every time and just go in between the shrub and the cliff. Look how symmetrical I'm making this. I'm so impressed with myself. Here's me putting down hardwood trees. I later changed my mind, and I want cherry trees there instead. Now, cherry trees are the rarest tree on my island, not gonna lie to you. They're my native fruit, so I think that's why I did that, because I can just get cherries whenever. But I have less cherry trees than I do like the foreign fruits. With the foreign? That's not the word. The exotic? I don't know. In real life, you would call them exotic fruits if they're not native to your land, but I forget the name in Animal Crossing. And then black roses. See, here I started a trend. Later, you're going to see black roses all over in that one area. Not as much are in the area where I have all my black roses now, but there's going to be a lot of black roses in that area. See, I like this. I think this looks pretty. It's pretty. It's simple. I kind of wanted a more complicated town square, but there's only so much you can do, especially with the room that I had, with what I did. Now, here is me. All right. I didn't know what I wanted to do with this dirt path because the way it ended was kind of awkward, but I didn't know where to extend it either. Because if I keep extending it up there, where is that going to go? I also want all the pathing to be stone, except for the beginning where it's like dirt or whatever. I want most of the pathing to be stone, unless it's like in the woods or near a lake. I want it to be stone, so I didn't know what to do with the dirt pathing. Here's me picking up random things, trying to make it work. Oh, see, look at me just looking at things because I have no clue what I want to do. Yeah, you see, when you go in without an idea, you just kind of look for things. You see me struggling to push that bench back like an idiot. And then, right, I thought having the curved cliff there made it look too natural. I want that part to look kind of man-made since there's like a telephone booth there and a bench. Like, clearly there's people there. Here, I probably just could have picked up all the jail bars. That probably would have been easier. But no, I manually push all of them out and over, and then push them all back. Very smart, very smart. Once again, failing to push or pull the bench. Now, the fountain is the centerpiece I decided on. I was thinking about doing a statue, but I like fountains. And that's really where that ends. But the fountain seems like a big centerpiece. I want everyone to have room to fit at once. Not that I will ever see all 10 villagers in this area, but I like to pretend at some point I will and kind of have space for everybody. So I'm thinking about replacing it with the, the Gallant statue? Or the Beautiful statue? The statue with the man reading the book. Is he reading the book or holding the book? I don't remember. Either way, that statue, and put like shrubs around it or something. I don't know yet. It'll be a quick fix if I do decide to do that. I don't know what people normally talk about in speed builds. I already talked about Squid Game a little bit. Oh, let's talk about more foreign shows. Do you guys see Sweet Home? Now, Sweet Home is, I read the webtoon, and I love the webtoon, so obviously there's like I have a soft spot for it. And I love Do Hyun, so I have a soft spot for Sweet Home. And it's one of my top K-dramas. If I had to, I don't know if I could rank K-dramas. I've seen so many. I started writing down every K-drama I've seen, but I started watching K-dramas in 2015. So it's been 6 years of me watching K-dramas. Oh, what is, here's me picking up trees for, oh, my little forest. Okay, so I wanted to put like a little woods down here. I keep putting that nursery cedar down by accident, wasting my time. And then you'll see what I do. I don't want it to be too symmetrical though, because it's a forest. Have you ever seen it, like not the forest, but like the woods? Have you ever seen a symmetrical woods? Like symmetrical trees in a park? That's kind of weird. Here's me deciding to go to well. Because I put a little, the Ring tribute in here. And I needed a well and shoes. Okay, now I know that Samara doesn't wear shoes, but I didn't know how else to signify that somebody was in the well other than shoes. I didn't even get her right shoes. Samara's wearing like Mary Jane's or whatever. Like at some point she has like a white dress and Mary Jane's, like those little schoolgirl shoes. I didn't even have those. So it's just a well and sandals. It's kind of out of like it doesn't make sense yet. I'll get Mary Jane's, and then I need something else to add to accidentally put them on. I need something else to add to show that it's the Ring reference, because right now it's just a well and some shoes. Oh, and then this is not part of the town square. If we were just doing the town square, this video would be over, but here's me trying to do like around the town square, I guess. I'm trying to build this river out, and I have a whole plan for this river. I want to go to, all right, so I'm gonna the back of customer service, the back of resident services, I'm gonna make like real terraforming. It's gonna be like cliffs and waterfalls and things like that, and the river is gonna pretty much go to that waterfall. And I feel like the back of resident services is gonna be the most terraforming I'm gonna get, because I want it to be really beautiful just for no reason. I just want it to be real aesthetic, if that makes sense. That's probably going to be the hardest part of my island, quite honestly. What were we talking about before? I interrupted myself trying to explain what I was doing. Oh, K-dramas. So, if you haven't seen Sweet Home, I recommend you watch it. I'm not going to talk about it. Now, Sweet Home got a lot of attention too, but it didn't get nearly as much attention as Squid Game. And I love the attention that Squid Game is getting. I love that people are watching K-dramas. Even if they're watching like dubbed K-dramas, it's kind of not the same because the voice actors are, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But I love when I can talk about K-dramas to other people. And it makes sense to them, because I'm so bad at explaining things. I'm so terrible at explaining things. So when people understand what I'm saying, it's great. Like when people get it, it's amazing. Squid Game is 10 out of 10 though. It's very sad and very short. So if you're not used to sad or short shows, I don't recommend it. But it's literally amazing. It's the only thing on my TikTok For You page. I guess I'll explain what Sweet Home is about, since I'm suggesting people watch it. Oh, this is where I'm like, did I want a double layer to have a double waterfall, or did I want trees up here? I decided I want trees up here, and I couldn't have both. I couldn't have a cliff, a double waterfall. Like I couldn't have a double waterfall and trees. I could literally only have one. So I picked the single waterfall and trees. So Sweet Home is about monsters, basically. A lot of people didn't like it. They thought the monsters looked unrealistic. I think the monsters look amazing. I don't know what they're talking about. I've never seen such realistic looking monsters. Like, they're not zombies or anything, like they're monsters, but they're monsters that come from people. People are turning into monsters from greed, basically. And it's poorly explained in the show. It's better explained in the webtoon. You'll kind of understand it more, but basically people are like turning into their desires. Like if they get so greedy for something or desire something so much, they'll turn into some sort of monster of that. Okay, so like for example, there's a protein monster, right? He's like one of the biggest monsters figuratively and literally in the show, and his desire was to be big, and now he's big. There's a speed monster. His desire was to be very fast, and now he's super fast. I don't want to spoil it. There's those two. What else? Alice in Borderland. A lot of people loved Alice in Borderland. I loved it. I loved it too. Very sad. I've never seen such a sad Japanese drama. Honestly, nothing has ever made me feel like Alice in Borderland has made me feel. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything about it is perfect, though. I cannot wait for season 2. They're really playing with me. Like, I feel like the Stranger Things seasons came out so fast, but for shows that I like am actively waiting for, it takes forever. You as well. You was coming in what, October? I'm excited for that. I liked You. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable that we're just kind of, I don't know, like following a murderer. But isn't that what like Dexter was in Bates Motel? I don't know. A lot of people don't like You because the main character is supposed to be like charming, but like I don't think that's like the main point. It's just a serial killer. I don't know. I can't get very analytical about shows and movies. I just kind of watch things. If you watched You, did you see that video of You, but we don't hear what Joe was thinking? It was so creepy. It actually made it worse. This is me putting... Now, I wanted Double Waterfall because you could only make it look so pretty. You know what I mean? I wanted to look like abandoned up there, but also really pretty. And I don't think I did both. I think it looked abandoned more than it did pretty. The statue helps it look prettier than it is, honestly. If at any point I run out of things to talk about, which, you know, can happen fairly quickly, I'm just going to turn the music up like a radio DJ. And it's so funny because this video is only like, what, 24 minutes? So here's some more terraforming of the river, which I wasn't supposed to be doing in this video, but I just wanted, I don't know, to get everything done at once. Who knows? It's just the town square alone wasn't enough. Like, one, it's basic. It's a town square. It's a square. There's only so much you can do with it. I've decorated it the best to my ability. Actually, I didn't, because I added like 2 more things later, but I just wanted to make the surrounding area pretty. Since we're playing Animal Crossing, let's talk about villagers. Look at Beardo, speaking of the fucking devil. So he came from, like, Shutter Island, which, I don't know, that's probably the island of someone I visited before, or the island of, I don't know, what was one of my friends on Nintendo, but, which I don't have many. Oh, this little land bridge I'm making. Not really a land bridge at all, but this little plot of land. So this is a reference to something as well. I'm not gonna say it until the end of the video where I actually show the finished product, but that's a reference to something, and I did it to the best of my ability in Animal Crossing. It's something you literally cannot do in Animal Crossing. You cannot reflect in Animal Crossing, so I didn't know what else to do. That's what I came up with, though. Oh, let's talk about more villagers that are on my island. So when I seen Meringue, oh, this is me skipping it. This is me thinking I was done. I'm very much not, but this is me like showing it off without the rain, sitting on the bench, not knowing what I'm gonna do with that. Roscoe's thinking, as he always is, very thoughtful boy. He just wanted to give me a whiteboard. All right, the unfinished product, but that's what I got done that day. Then here, I think I moved Samara's shoes. Yeah, I moved Samara's shoes because you can't really see them when you walk in front. But if you do that, you can see them. I hope that makes sense to people. I don't know. Might put like blood under it or something, but she wasn't bleeding. She fell in a well. Was she fell or was she pushed? I don't remember. Regardless, like, I just wanted to show myself jumping over that. Skipped ahead. All right, running around. I know what I'm gonna do. I think I was probably saying something in real life. Oh, this I thought was cute. Okay, so Roscoe just sat down under the tree, and I wanted to just sit with him. I just thought that was cute. I'm very lame. I don't know if you can tell. All right, and then here's the final product. I put bugs in the entrance, and I put bugs on the trail too. Not sure if you can see them very well. Probably not. But I decided to get rid of that dirt path all the way up there and just add stone there. All right, added some flowers. Put a chess table over there. And an oil lamp over there. Something on each table. This is my finished forest / black flower field. Might add more black roses. I have so many black roses. I just figure I should put them all in one place. Muffy is thinking. No idea what she was thinking about. Down here, when I move Burrito's house, it's going to be another fish market. There. Okay. First, that's a Bridge to Terabithia reference. That skull is real sad, but let me explain Bridge to Terabithia real fast. Oh, I want this to be like an aesthetic place, so that's why I want the cliffs behind the resident services and right behind that bridge. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I hope you can. But anyway, Bridge to Terabithia. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie from like 2008. The girl dying, the fact that I forget her name, brain fart. So in Bridge to Terabithia, there's these kids that like meet and they're friends, and then they play in the woods and they have their own imaginary world called Terabithia. And to get there, they have to swing across a little river from tree to tree. I didn't know how to get that across in Animal Crossing. All right, and then spoiler alert once again, which not really a spoiler now. Is her name Lily? I don't know. The girl, when she tries to swing from tree to tree, she falls into the river, and she dies. So that's what that is. Alright, and now this is the end of the video because I have nothing else to say. I don't usually say this, but if you like the video please. And also subscribe if you enjoy this video. I thank you for watching if you watched the whole thing. Goodbye!